So it's all over here at the Cufflink Stadium, home of Ebbsfleet United. We're joined by Chippenham manager Gary Horgan. Gary, a 2-2 draw, very emotionally charged, knowing that there were connotations on the league, obviously, if failure were to come of us. I think the boys have done really well today.
Yeah, been brilliant, and sounds really, really strange, but mixed emotions in terms of we've come off a little bit disappointed, really, because we've conceded from 2 set pieces, and that's the one thing we've been really strong on all year. And then we've probably had the better of the chances as well. First half particularly, we've controlled the game in and out of possession. Like I said, really, really pleased. The lads have put in an unbelievable shift today. Tinged with a little bit of disappointment, but not to get greedy, of course. Really, really pleased, and like I say, a real worthy point on the road against the top team.
Yeah, I think disappointment might be one of the strangest words to describe after keeping it in our destiny. We're still every bit in our hands now. We go to Hungerford on Monday with knowledge that a victory will take it down to a final game shootout against Havant, who unfortunately couldn't slip up today against Hampton. Ran out 3-0 winners. With the amount of chances again that we had so far in the game, sort of the big moments, particularly in the first half. I think the first goal went in. Joe Hanks absolutely rocketed one in from the edge of the 18-yard box, but we looked really, really good value in that first 45 minutes, defended well, kept resolute, and obviously went in with a 1-0 lead. Yeah,
absolutely, and obviously Jordan Young's hit the post as well first half, so not to forget that, and Hanks is hit the post second half, so we've hit the post twice. Keeper's pulled off a couple of good saves towards the end there. Alex it's opened up for him, and he's got himself into the 18-yard box, and probably just hasn't had enough energy to then go and finish it off, and then the keeper's saved at the feet of Mo. So like I said, tinged with a little bit of disappointment, because I think, as I said, they'll probably think they've done enough to win it, and I think at times we've done enough to win it. So yeah, like I said, it extends the season for us for these final 2 games. So like I said, that's all we can ask, and absolutely couldn't be any more proud of what's been achieved today.
And obviously just after the half-time break, 5 minutes later, Ebbsfleet have come out and got their equaliser. Like I say, it was a set piece there, a corner went deep, and I believe it was Romain that sort of left in at the back stick. A lot of people sort of clamoured around there, Chippenham supporters that have come, started to think, is the story the same old? And then your old teammate Will Richard comes up and pops up with a trademark header from 2017 straight in the top bin in the 2022 season, and it's got to be great for Will to get his first goal, but most importantly, what a great lad he is.
Yeah, no, he is. I won't get too carried away with it he scored, because I think he's lost the man for their goal as well, so he probably owed us that one. But listen, I couldn't be critical of anybody today. Everybody's put in a huge shift, and I could, like I probably have done the last however many games, I could go through 1 through 11 really. I thought Landon did really, really well coming in at right back. It's his first game, I think. Well, he played 90 this week for the 23s. And him to come into that against a real good side, and against Jack Paxman, who's a really good footballer at this level, and probably at the level above, to keep him quiet for as long as he did, and managed to get 65, close to 70 minutes out of him, and not really put a foot wrong. Mo's come back in today, and he can be proud of himself. Like I said, he hasn't been in the last couple of weeks, but he's put in an unbelievable shift as well. As I said, from on that left-hand side, we've asked him to sort of do a job, and he's carried the ball distance for us when we needed him to. And like I say, he's done a fantastic job. And I can go through all of them. Thought Kane was another one who was excellent when he come on. So I don't want to keep calling them the academy boys, because they've done really well when they've come on today. So we are where we are with the squad. So they are the squad now. They did fantastically well, and let's not forget, we didn't have Spence in today as well. So yeah, like I said, couldn't be any more pleased.
With yourself, Gary, obviously you've been sort of fairly hesitant to take any credit since obviously stepping into the interim role. That's now a defeat, 2 victories, and a draw here at by no mean feat. Very, very good side. Sort of getting to the point now where undefeated in 3, you might have to start holding your hands up and taking a bit of responsibility for the good performances that we're putting out there.
That's 3 unbeaten for us, and that's all I'm worried about, really. To be honest, we've got 2 more games to try and, I'm going to say, finish the job. Like we said, it's in our hands. But yeah, as I said, to carry what we've done, like I say, for the last 3 weeks, and have those levels of performances, that was a big thing for me today. Despite getting a good result and a 2-2, like I said, tinged with a tiny bit of disappointment, the performance was really, really good. I thought we played some really nice stuff, and I think Will's first touch of the ball, as in Will Emery's first touch, was 15 minutes into the game. before he had his first touch, you know, and take the foot away from them. But you know, their supporters have booed them off at half time, and I think that's, you know, and during the game, because we had a real long spell of possession, there were some loud voices from the crowd. So look, like I said, we've done really, really well today. We're not getting carried away at all, and I certainly won't either. So look, yeah, 2 games to go. We'll see what we can do and see if we can finish the job off.
Speaking of those 2 games to go, obviously the next game is going to be a nice one for yourself, Gary. Back to another one of your old clubs in Hungerford. Well, I say they're coming to us this time. Obviously, we've always known deep down Chippenham are the one in your heart, but you know, spent a good deal of time at Hungerford, so you're going to know a little bit about their setup and how they do things. A good side, probably falling foul of a little bit of form of late, and yeah, they're coming into the game probably not to be taken too lightly, but they could really put a spanner in the works. But a 3-0 victory earlier in the season. Hungerford, probably out of the 3 games remaining, probably viewed as the game that we would maybe go into as slight favourites. Give you the opportunity now to obviously take it down to the wire at Westley Park at Havant and Waterlooville. Very quick turnaround between now and Monday. What's going to be the plan for Gary over the next couple of days to get the boys back in, a bit of recovery and a bit of rejuvenation to go again on Monday? Yeah,
so look, we just said it in there that they need to look after themselves now. You know, it's a bank holiday weekend, and we know we can trust them to like I say, look after themselves. But listen, I had some fantastic times at Hungerford. They're like I said, they're a club that I hold also quite close to my heart.
Nearly close.
So there'll be that's no easy game at all. You know, and I think at times they don't get the credit they deserve. Because they're a good side. They work really, really hard for each other, and they're probably a little bit like us. You know, we know what we are. We acknowledge our sort of, you know, not necessarily limitations. I don't want to say that, but they work hard, similar to us, and they've got quality in the right areas. So that'll be a really, really tough game. You know, and again, they'll be looking to, like I say, spoil a party, because there is no party, but they'll be looking to throw a spanner in the works. For us, if anybody's looking past Monday, then they're in for a rude awakening. We'll have to go there. We'll have to match them. We'll have to match their intensity and their desire, because they've got it in bags, and you know, they've got it in abundance.
Well, believe me, Gary, if you get yourself down to Westley Park with it all to play for, there will be a party, I can assure you of that, and hopefully you'll be leading the charge. Gary, congratulations. You've given yourself every opportunity to be there today. That's 3 in the spin now, where we haven't, you know, suffered defeat. You go now obviously to Hungerford on Monday with a fairly good result behind you, and all the very best from all of us for the last 2 games. Hopefully you've got it. We're all behind you, mate.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.